Hi everyone, Liz here, thanks for stopping by. So, just kitting down today of my canvas. This one came to me from the good people at fgnormal.com. It was sent to me in July last year, so I've had it nearly a year. I did kit it up for Halloween last year. But unfortunately I didn't get it done, although I did do quite a few things for Halloween last year. But anyway, it's done now and it will be ready for this Halloween. I'm just a little bit early. It is Starry Night, which, if you've been watching me for a while, you will notice one of my favourite paintings. So this is just a variation on it with a few pumpkins and some spooks and the moon in the background there. So yeah, I quite liked this one. I was going to do it glow in the dark, but then I decided, well, rather than have it glow in the dark and then only seeing like the effect on a night time when it's dark, I would just put ABs in instead. So I substituted all the 3865 gems, which are like your creamy colour, which would have made the ghosts very, very cream, albeit it might have matched in better with the 3770 because that is quite a cream as well. In hindsight, possibly I should have put the creamy ones, the 3770, I should have put those as 3865s. But I think it looks okay. I think the shading and everything looks okay. And I do like my sparkle. We've just got that little bit of sparkle. Oh, I think you can just catch it there. If the camera goes just out of focus, you tend to see the sparkle better for some reason. So yeah, I put the ABs, the Aurora Borealis, which is like a iridescent coating they put on the gems. And then you can see it during the day as well, just not the glow in the dark on a night. But yeah, I just thought it's come out really well. And because it was already kitted up, I was sort of umming and ahhing. I thought, oh, my last canvas that I did, I thought, right, this is the last one that I'm going to get done. But then I had about 3 days, I think, left at the end of April. And I just thought, well, I've got this one kitted up, so I might as well just crack on and do it and see if I can get it done. And it took me 2 nights, basically. Had quite a bit going on again, just for a change. So yeah, I just cracked on and got this one done. Again, good drills, enjoyed doing it, plenty left over, good and sticky. And yeah, it will now go in my portfolio, my little folders, until it's ready to go up for Halloween. And you watch, I'll probably forget all about it and suddenly think when I'm getting all my Christmas stuff out, oh look, I did another painting for Halloween. Anyway, never mind. So we have 24 colours to put away in our round drills. So let's see what we've got. This is my drill storage, as I say. It is from Rebecca, Add More Zest. She has got some new things out now. She's got some little pieces of card that you can put in. As you're kitting down, you can put the piece of coloured card in. Or as you're, if you do use your drills, if you do your drills from bags, she's got these coloured pieces of card that you can put in where either your bag is or where your drills are that you're using. You can make your own, but I just think it's quite nice when somebody else has done it, and it's just a little bit posh. I like to look posh. Well, I try anyway, what can I say? Now then, this confused me because of course I kitted this up last year, and you know I'm easily confused, and I'd got light grey and dark grey written on these, and I thought, why did I do that? And then when I tipped out the first colour, I realised that I'd muddled them up. I had half of it was this colour and half of it was this colour, so I had 2 tubs with both colours in. So rather than sit and pick them all out, I decided that this one was the light grey and this one was the dark grey, and that's why I put it on. And then as I tipped them out into my tray, when I was doing this colour, I just took all the light grey ones out, so it left me with all the dark grey, well, quite a few dark grey ones. And when I was doing this one, it just left me with the light grey ones. So I just then, there was hardly any left then to pick out, rather than trying to separate them all out at once. And that worked pretty well, to be honest. I suppose I could have done both colours at once from one, but I'd still have had the other one to sort out. So yeah, that I hope that made sense, but it did to me anyway while I was doing it. So that's why I've got light grey and dark grey written on those. But it did take me a while to figure out why I'd actually done that. I'm thinking, okay, did I decide I was going to do another colour? Had I done, say, unfortunately, I sort of like figured it out. Otherwise, I'd have just had to go back and watch my own video, wouldn't I? And see what I did. See what the heck I was talking about. So there you are. So that's why that's on there. So let us get 169 out and get cracking doing these. Oh, let me just move my figures. I've got my little wooden figures on my desk, and they're just stopping my box from going quite so far back. I must have my camera in a different place today. It's gone a bit further back there. So, right, and we'll start putting some of these away and have a bit of a chat while I'm doing it. So I can't believe it's a week since I last did a kitting down and a chat. Goodness me, the weeks are flying. Anyway, I hope everybody's okay and that life is treating you well. Thank you so much for all the messages and kind comments and lovely hints and tips that I've had. I'm definitely going to start doing like a whip and chat or something and give out all the tips and everything and the comments that everybody says. Because you're coming out with some fantastic ideas. So it just seems a shame not to share them. So I'm going to have a go at doing that. That is on my list. That's if life lets me do it. You know what things are like in this house. I seem to start on doing something and then life just says, oh, no, you're not doing that. We're going to throw a curveball at you and something else is going to happen instead. So I don't know when I last spoke to you, but we have had to have the doctor out again to my mum. She still wasn't very well at all. So although she was better, she wasn't ill enough to have to go into hospital. But she wasn't right, so we had to get the doctor back out again, and they came out and they've sorted her out a little bit more. I've been and mummy sat this morning while my dad just nipped to the shops because he needed to go out. He just needed to get some bits and pieces. And much as we all say, oh, we'll do your shopping for you, I think it's always nice to do your own shopping, because if somebody else goes out shopping for you, they don't always get exactly the same thing. Oh, things are moving around in this room. I tell you, there's definitely something goes on in this room. Either that or I've got something that's trapped in a corner somewhere that's trying to get out. I'm not quite sure which, but things do move on their own. It's probably, as hubby says, the amount of junk I've got in here, and that just makes things move on its own. Anyway, so yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, going shopping. Yeah, and I think when you go shopping on your own as well, you see little bargains and things that you maybe somebody else wouldn't get for you because it's not on your list. So it's sometimes nice to just go out. It has been getting us to do his shopping. Well, my sister's done quite a bit of his shopping for him. And I've taken odd bits and pieces as well. And we've ordered bits and pieces of equipment and different things that is needed from Amazon, the favourite Amazon. You know what I'm like. Always buying from Amazon. Even my Amazon man said to me, not seen you for a few days. Are you okay? Between me and the lady across the road, I think the Amazon van just about comes every day for one thing and another, but we do get quite a few subscription things, you know, grocery type things from them when they're a bit cheaper. So yes, so my dad's been out shopping this morning and I've been, and you know, I've had a lovely talk with my mum. We've sat and talked for hours and talked about things that have happened in the past, and we've had a talk about my grandma, which is my mum's mum, and we've had a bit of a giggle about things that we used to do and things that used to go on, because my mum went out to work when I was quite young, so I used to go and stay at my grandma's in the school holidays. So we used to have, I mean, my grandma didn't have a great sense of humour. She, you know, she did laugh, but she wasn't a giggler. She wasn't, she didn't have the sense of humour as my dad's side of the family, shall we say. But yeah, I used to sit and giggle with her because she lived with my auntie, her eldest sister, and they used to, my auntie used to snore really, really loudly. She always said I don't snore, but she blooming did. And honestly, it used to shake the floorboards. And she used to go to sleep in her chair on a night. And my grandma's bed was right above where my auntie slept in her chair. And I can remember nights just sat giggling our heads off, cuddling up to my grandma, because I used to go into her double bed with her. And because she used to read to me. Oh, she used to read some fantastic stories to me. Even when I was old enough to read myself, I think my grandma still read me stories, because it was still nice to have grandma reading to me. And yeah, we just used to giggle when my auntie started off snoring, because it really was loud. And she was such a lady as well. That was even the funniest part about it. You know, she was very feminine and very well dressed, and she was a proper lady, and she just used to snore really like a warthog, and it was just so funny. So yeah, I've been talking to my mum about that, and we've had a really lovely sort of girly chat, you know, just the two of us. So it's a long while since we've done that, because usually my dad's there and hubby's there, and you know, we haven't had a long time sat for more than sort of an hour or so on our own for a long time. So it was lovely. It was a nice morning. I'd sooner my mum hadn't been poorly, so that I had to go and sit with her and look after her for it to happen. And I think I'll have to make sure that it happens a bit more in future as well. Because yeah, she is 87, and I'm exceptionally lucky to have my mum and dad still at 87, coming up 88 and 90. Goodness. You know, I'm very, very lucky, and I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I know they say, gosh, they can't believe how old they are as well. You know, and I just think how old I thought my grandma and granddad were, and how old they seemed to be when they were my mum and dad's age, whereas my mum and dad seem to be still quite modern. It's really strange. I wonder if our kids and our grandkids think that about us. They probably do. I say that to hubby when he's in hospital, and he's saying about, you know, oh, the nurses. I say, well, you're an old man to those nurses. And he says, I'm not old. And I say, yes, but you are, because just to remember how old you thought somebody in the 60s was when you were in your 20s. And he says, oh, well, yeah. But I'm a lot younger than that, aren't I? I don't look that age, do I? And I mean, what do you say to that? Because, you know, I see him every day, so I can't really say he doesn't look his age, because he's just changed as time's gone on. Oh, why can't I find this number? That must be an 8. That must be an 8. I'm thinking that's a 6, but I think it must be an 8. Let me see what the 8 is, because I've got 734, then 738. Yeah, it is. It's 738. So, as you can tell, my eyesight's as good as ever. I am going to book an appointment. Hubby has now had his second eye operation. It went really well. He did say he felt as though his eye was swollen for a couple of days, and his cheek was swollen, but I couldn't see any swelling. It's a week since he had it done now, and it just went really well. You know, he was in no problem. He can see really, really well. They've said once his eye drops are finished to go and get some new glasses. So I said, oh, well, if you're going, I'll go and get my eyes tested again and see what's going on. Because definitely my sight's getting worse again. So I just want to go and get mine checked as well. So we'll go together. Tandem eye testing. Oh, goodness. We only go to the cheaper places, though, you know, they're like budget ones. Because if you need anything doing, then you go to the same hospital anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's not like you go to the budget eye specialist. It's not like you go to the budget opticians and then end up going to a budget hospital or something. It's all the same hospital anyway. So, and they seem to do hubbies really well last time we went, so I'm quite happy to go there again and have them have a look at mine. You know, it does make a vast difference on the amount that you pay for your glasses when you go to these budget ones. I know they maybe don't fit quite so well, but at the moment we seem to be buying glasses on quite a regular basis, so I don't want to be paying a huge amount of money and then in like a 2 years' time I need a new pair, because they never just put the lens back into your old glasses. You've got to get whole new glasses, albeit there is a box at the eye hospital where you can put any old glasses that you've got, and I do tend to do that. It stopped while the pandemic was on. Right, oh, I'm into box 2 already. Look, I must have been wittering more than I thought. Back in a sec. All right, so I want 890, 890, 890, 890. That's 898. That's a very full one. £8.90. Oh, that's a full one as well. I'm going to have to do a bit more weeding out of these, I think. Get rid of some more of my drills, put them into the spares, ready to pass on. So there's a tub as you go into the waiting area in the eye hospital, and they collect all your old glasses and then they send them out to the countries that are in crisis and things. And so you know, even if you're not seeing an optician in one of those countries, you can maybe just go through a box of glasses and see which ones work for you. So yeah, we send those out there as well. So yeah, we've put quite a few in. I say it did stop during the pandemic, but at the moment the box is back again, so we've got a few pairs to put in there again. You know, every little helps. It saves it going to landfill, because I mean, what else do you do with your old glasses? You know, you can keep them as like spares for so long, but eventually you can't really see out of them, so it's pointless keeping them. So to donate them to a good cause, to me, is just a wonderful thing to do. So I'm all for helping people out, donating to good causes, and not wasting things. So yeah, that's hubby and my mum. My dad, my sister took him to a football match at Hull City. She paid for like a posh box for his birthday, you know, so they could go in like the lounge bit and have, I think they had pie and peas or something like that for their dinners. You know, it included like a meal, as it were, well, a football type meal before the match, and then there were a bit more cosseted, better seats, you know, rather than sitting on like the bench seats or the bucket seats and everything that you normally just get if you pay to go to the football. It was like a box type thing, a little bit posher, and they paid. It's like an experience, I think, type thing that they'd booked for them all. And he went with my sister's husband and my niece's husband, and then my great nephew. So that was my dad's great grandson. And yeah, they had a really, really good time. And my sister just went and mum sat while they went. He got his photograph on the like jumbotron, you know, the big screen in the ground. They put happy birthday on it and that he was 90. And oh, thanks a lot for telling everybody I was 90. But yeah, it just made it a little bit special and just something, because obviously he missed his party, but he has seen all the photographs and he is pleased that we all enjoyed ourselves at his party that he didn't come to. Oh, bless it. He's really, he's quite sort of upset really that he didn't come to his party. But I've said, well, a few sandwiches are nothing compared to your health, so you know, don't worry about it. We'll just have to have an excuse for another time. And yeah, we did have a good time, and Millie had a fantastic time. I don't think I told you about Millie. Yeah, she was really, really good. She enjoyed seeing everybody, as she does. She absolutely goes crackers when she sees my daughter. She just throws herself at her and just jumps all over her. That's Millie, not my daughter throwing herself at Millie. I just realised that sounded really funny. But Millie did have a bit of a shock. I can't remember whether I said last time or not, but we put all the balloons up and one of them had fallen down, and it was next to the television and next to where Millie has all her toys, because when a cat comes on the television or the Jane Plan advert, which she really doesn't like and attacks the television every time it comes on, she just grabs whatever's nearest and shakes it. Was it a dog? Was there a dog on the telly? Well, you tell it. Well, unfortunately, the balloon was the nearest thing, and she just grabbed this balloon, and of course it burst. Well, I've never seen a dog leap so high in the air in my life. It's usually cats that like overreact to things, and she just shot up in the air and ran off. So she won't be doing that again. So none of the other balloons that we've got, they are all still up. We've taken the arch down. I've no idea what to do with it. It's 50 balloons. And yeah, so that's that's laying in my conservatory, but she's just avoiding them at all costs. She'll walk past them, but she's not touched them or anything. And we put all the food out, all the party food. You know, there was sausage rolls and ham and egg and beef and there's just loads of stuff, cheese and everything. She loves cheese as well. But yeah, of all the food that we put out, and some of it was on quite a lowish coffee table, she went and sat next to the carrots. And all she wanted was a carrot. And we're sort of like, oh, where's Millie gone? You know, as you're milling around and you're used to her being there and you suddenly think it's very quiet, where's she gone? Yeah, she was sat next to the carrot bowl waiting for somebody to give her a carrot. So she just sat and ate carrots all afternoon. She wasn't interested in like sausage rolls, and there was a bit pork pie and stuff like that. No, she was just eating carrots. So as I say, she's not really a food orientated dog. She will eat her food, food. And she does come and tell me when it's tea time. And she does, when her treats are ready, she's like, come on, I want my treats. But on the whole, no, she's not. If there's a squeaky toy around or a chew stick to eat, she'll play with the squeaky toy. She'd sooner play. So, yeah, and I'd forgotten all about, with everything that's gone on, I'd forgotten I'd got her a squeaky toy. It's like a little chick coming out of an egg. And I gave her that yesterday, and she's played with that and thrown it all over, and it doesn't squeak anymore. But she had great fun playing with that. She does love to play. She's a very playful dog. So, yeah, she got that one. And she's not interested in cake or anything. She doesn't eat sweet stuff at all. If you dropped, say, a Malteser or a chocolate or anything on the floor, she wouldn't eat it. She's just not interested. She's just not bothered at all. So... And then we've had Lottie this weekend, so that's been quite fun. They've been running around, and oh dear, Lottie now just barks for whatever she wants. She's got us well trained. Millie's obviously said, oh, if you want anything, just woof at them and you'll get it. So yeah, that's what she's been doing. Yeah, she sits at the top because we have little steps for Millie to get on our bed, because our bed's quite high. Lottie can just bounce onto it. She doesn't use the steps. But she sits at the top of the steps to stop Millie from getting up onto the bed. And then once they're both in bed, it's who can sleep nearest to us. So they're vying for position as to who gets the best place in the bed. So that was quite funny. And they've had a good play. I mean, it's been quite nice weather, so they were out in the garden quite a bit. And the children next door were out in the garden. And they both love children. Lottie loves children as well. So they were both just went and watched the children next door through the fence. At one bit, the ball came over, so there was a bit of a, oh, they've got my ball. But yeah, I managed to throw that back. They didn't burst it or anything, but that was quite funny. They just thought, oh, we're joining in, we're playing, yay. Oh dear, I don't think it's lovely when somebody comes and knocks on your door and says, can I have my ball back, please? But fortunately, this time they didn't have to do that, because I'd already got it. I'd already seen it, so oh dear, it's lovely seeing kids out playing, and I love it when kids I love it when kids giggling and laughing and running around playing. It's great. The great outdoors. So yeah, anyway, Lottie went, and it's really funny because she's only little. And you wouldn't think one dog would make that much difference. But it just seems so quiet once she's gone home. It's really strange. But then I have been out mummy sitting. So, I was supposed to... The main reason I'd gone to my mum and dad's this morning, for 9 o'clock this morning. So I had to set off at like... What time did I set off? About 7:45, because the traffic, as I say, they're at one end of the city and we're at the other end. And the traffic is really, really bad. And of course, it's rush hour. Because it's, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock is when everybody's going to work. So I had to set off early, which means I was up at 6:30 this morning. I'm not an early morning person. Not since my days of opening paper shops, where I had to be opening the shop at like 5 and 5:30 in the morning. Those days are long gone. And yeah, we were supposed to be having a lady from Occupational Health come in. But as I walked through my dad's door this morning at about 8:30, I managed to get through really quickly. Yeah, they'd rung up to say she was poorly, she wasn't coming, so she's coming at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon instead. So we'll probably have to go tomorrow instead. But I want to be there because I want to, see what equipment they can get to help my mum and dad. They do need help now, and they are realising that they do need help. If they're wanting to stay in their own home, which... you know, there's nothing matter with the home, but they do need a few little gadgets and things to help them, and a few little adaptations. Why can't I find this one? Oh, there it is. It's stuck right at the front. Look, it's hiding from me. So yeah, I want to be there because obviously we've been through it a little bit with hubby. So I do know a little bit about things that are available and things you can get. And I know my mum and dad, they'll just say, oh, well, no, we can manage. Well, I don't want them saying that anymore. I want them saying, no, we want as many things as possible to help us. And then if they don't use them, then they can always go back. But it's better to have it and not use it than to not have it and wish you had got it. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening tomorrow. So having quite a bit of trundling about the city at the moment. But anyway, they're worth it. And as I say, it's I'm exceptionally lucky to still have a mum and dad. And yes, I want to see them as much as possible and help them out as much as possible. So that's been our little exploits mainly this week. And we went into town, and that was, oh goodness, it was just so busy. I just don't like going into crowds anymore. I think I've got to a point now where I'm so spoiled that I can go in shops when they're not quite so busy, that I don't like going in a shop if it's busy anymore. I prefer to have the shop to myself. I should have married a millionaire, and then I could have said, no, it'd have to be a billionaire, wouldn't it, these days? I could have said, close the shop, I want to be the only person in here. Oh, in my dreams. Right, okay, well, that one is all of those drills put down. I shall get this one cut out and put into my folder, and my little key code and legend there put into my logbook, so I can remember where this one was from and when I did it. Okay, well, just another thank you for taking part in the 30 by 40 DP along. Great fun. I'm still absolutely blown away by the amount of people that entered, by the amount of entries that we got. And I know a lot of people got quite a few done. So hopefully they've reduced their stash a little bit so you can go out and buy some more now. Yay! Okay, if you have enjoyed this little chat, a thumbs up is always very much appreciated. Any comments or questions in the comments down below. And if you want to come back and see what we get up to next, then if you press that subscribe button down in this corner and the all notifications bell that pops up, you'll be notified when any of my videos come up, so you won't miss anything. Yay! Okay, thanks ever so much for stopping by, and I do hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now. Everybody up. Da, 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 da. Where are we going? Where are we going? What are you up to? Hello?